it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. In this week's Project Playback, I'm resharing the tutorial to make the step panel card. In this video, you'll see the Symbols of Fortune designer paper. This exact card I'm holding right here. This designer paper is retiring and it's on sale from the January through June 2022 mini catalog while supplies last. So make sure that you shop for those last chance deals at in my online store at juliedavison.com/shop. I did add a little something to this card I wanted to point out. I added just a little simple white card with some designer paper on the back of this card, which serves as a bit of an easel so you can rest the card back and it stands up a little straighter. It also offers an opportunity for you to write a message on the inside of the card. Here's one that I received as a swap from Janet Casto using the Brewed for You bundle from the new 2022 to 2023 Stampin' Up! Annual Catalog. Janet added a little panel, just a simple cardstock piece on the back side to write a message. So either way, however you go, I think it's a good idea to add something, a card or a panel, to be able to write a message. All the other measurements are exactly the same in this video tutorial, so I hope that you'll try the panel step card at home. I'd love for you to share your cards in Julie's Stamping Spot Share and Connect group on Facebook. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and also subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future card making videos. Thanks for watching. The card I'm going to make is inspired, I didn't use the tulips, inspired by this card by Faylene Mays. She sent this for the Great Big Card Swap, and I'm going to get those in the mail next week. And I love this with the Penguin Place stamp set and all those cute little penguins. And so I haven't made a card like this in a while, and I'm trying to remember what I called it, something panel card. It sort of stands up like that. So I decided to cut some pieces from the Crane of Fortune and that coordinating suite. Let me see what that one's called. It is called Symbols of Fortune. If you have your catalog, it's on page 23. I can't show you the inside yet, but let me show you the designer paper because it is really beautiful. The Symbols of Fortune designer paper. This is one where I thought that I wasn't gonna like it, and the more I play with it, I'm just like, oh yeah. Oh, I do love it so much. So we've got some Smoky Slate, Crumb Cake, Calypso Coral, Soft Succulent, Evening Evergreen. This is a specialty paper, so every single piece has gold foil, and then on the opposite side as well. Aren't these just so beautiful? I'm really excited about playing even more with this one. So this image that I'm using on the card today, I die cut right from the designer paper. So I'm really focusing on the designer paper here in this card, and I've added a few stamped images. The other thing that's part of this suite is this mother of pearl paper, and it is so beautiful. I'm not sure that the camera can possibly do it justice. It's a glossy paper, and then you have these iridescent flakes. It looks just like mother of pearl. And it is heavy, like a heavyweight, sort of like a heavyweight cardstock. And it's just so beautiful. So we're going to use this along with the die cut and the other images to recreate this card. Let me share with you some measurements. I'll put these in the video description as well. So we're starting with a card base that is 4 1/4 inches by 10 1/2 inches. And I scored it at 5 1/2, 6 3/4, 8 3/4, and 10 inches. So we end up with a little flap, and I've already put some tear and tape on it. And then the designer paper that's going to go on the inside of this is 4 inches by 5 1/4, which is sort of like a typical layer. Let me grab my stamp and seal. We're just going to kind of put this together as we go here. I do have another sample with this suite to show you. I really love the way it turned out. So this is going to go, and the indentation is actually the outside of the fold. So I folded on all of those already. So this is kind of going like on what you would think like would look like the inside of the card. And then this is going to fold up. And in fact, I'm going to just do it right now. So this needs to fold flat. So I'm going to keep this folded flat when I turn it over and adhere it down. onto the desk. So it's going to fold flat and then it pops open. So that's one way to get that to be nice and straight, is to do it while it's flat. So while it's flat, and then it folds on all the score lines like that. Okay, so we've got that piece. Now this one is going to go right here. This is 1 3/4 inches by 4 inches. And so let's go ahead and add that piece. This is another designer paper piece. And you can really add a lot of layers. Like Faylene has layers here and here. Not one right here, but she also layered the designer paper. So you could really layer it out and add lots of embellishments. I tend to keep mine kind of simple. That's just my style. This front panel on the card is 2.5 inches by 6 inches, and I've scored it 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. And we're going to use some tear and tape. I'm trying to think really quick. We're going to use it on the little flap and also the back side. Let me show you. So this is going to go here, and then we're going to flip it over and also put one here. I really thought the way that I was doing this tonight, I would be able to see your comments, but since I'm sitting down, I'm not really seeing them, and so I do apologize. I'll try to take a look tomorrow and look at all the comments and respond. I'm trying to look up. Oh, Tina says you need some good rest. I do need some good rest. I debated about coming on tonight, but I really do love sharing with you, and that always makes me feel good and better. Okay, so we've got this piece now. The mother of pearl is going to go on here, and this one is 2 inches by, I think it's 2 inches by 4, 2 1/4, sorry, 2 1/4 inch by 4 inches. And so I'm going to use some snail seal, Stampin' Seal for that. Okay, and so this is actually, when this comes down, this is going to go on the bottom of that, like right there. So we have sort of like some extra room up there. So let's glue this on first. And so I'm going to go right in the center and kind of come right up to the fold there. I think that looks kind of even. Okay, and then same thing here, like we're gonna fold that flat when we stick it down because we want it to fold flat. And so if we try to put it on when it's not flat, then you might not get it all the way, it might not, you know, be all the way flat and closed. So let's keep it flat and glue it down, and then it will stick where it needs to be upright. This is coming together really nicely. I put a little panel down here for an extra sentiment when the card is closed. So I'm going to add this next. This is 1 inch by 4 inches. And I just used some of the stamp images from the Crane of Fortune stamp set. I also used another sentiment and a leaf image on here. This is the Everyday Label Punch. And so these pieces are going to come on next, and these are going to go on with some Stampin Dimensionals. So let's get those out. I just love this. Calypso Coral is one of my favorite colors, and so I'm really loving the depth of this image here. I want to make sure that all my dimensionals, this one's, gotta peel that one off, all of them are on that front piece. I moved it from here because I didn't want it to glue the card closed. That would be problematic. Okay, so I'm going to start with the label and kind of put that off center a little bit, and then bring this in kind of over the top. And I did purposely stamp my sentiment a little bit farther down so that I could overlap the flower. Ooh. I think that dimensional was interfering with the label, so I'm just going to move it. Okay, now we can add one back. I'm gonna put it on the panel. There. Oh my goodness! Do you love it? I really do. Now, I really should have cut another piece back here, so let me do that really fast. This is gonna be 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I'm going to use my paper trimmer and cut that really quick. So this is where you'll be able to write your heartfelt note of love. And actually, I think what I'm going to do later is I'm going to stamp this in pink over here and maybe dress that up a little more. So right now I'm going to leave it, but here is the front of the card. And I'll put the measurements in the video description so you can make that at home. I love that. And then it can stand up like that. Okay, that's it for today. I'm so glad that you were able to join me for this project Playback. If you like this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up, like, comment, and share. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you next time with another Project Playback.